So how have you guys liked IPL so far? This extra day seems to spread out the time. Seems like you guys have a little bit more time in between matches. Do you prefer when you got your matches right after one another? Do you like to have some time to cool off in between?
Normally I hate waiting at events, but for this one specifically it's nice since I just got in from another tournament, so kind of a day to recharge and just get used to everything. So it was working out nice here.
And I want to say it's we here in casino, and we live right here. We play right here, and place for food and very close. So it's only one place, and if you're tired, you can go back in your room and sleep it 1 or 2 hours before game and relax.
Having everything centralized with the waiting is really good.
Yeah, I concur. Stephano agrees too.
Yeah, I like to play for games.
So Stephano, we saw you on stage earlier against Boxer. A lot of people are wondering if you're going to do your Zergling only style. Is there anything in particular that caused you not to show that?
I lost 2 against Adam. It's stupid to do 4 games with things.
Fair enough.
I'm not stupid.
Thank you for the clarification.
Okay, my question is for HuK and IdrA about, you guys got a lot of flack from the community about actually being on the same team for a while, and that the rivalry was a huge thing, and that people were pretty pissed with HuK for leaving TL. How has the rivalry changed over the time of you guys being on the same team?
Greg wants to go first on this one. So the question is how the rivalry has changed. Yeah. Because I don't want to answer Greg's question. Okay. I feel like even though I joined Evil Geniuses, we still have a rivalry as far as competing. We've always been competitors, and we always like to try to do our best. And if I do bad or he does bad, we kind of joke around and give each other shit, and we always try to, you know, beat each other, I guess. I mean, I think it's always nice when we meet in tournaments, even though we are on the same team. The crowd really likes it, and we're just more friendlier now, I guess.
Yeah, two best North American players by a pretty fair margin. So like whenever he's actually competing in North America, we're gonna hit each other. So that kind of lends itself to a rivalry. But no, as for like an unfriendly rivalry, we've always gotten along pretty well outside games.
Yeah, even before when people thought we hated each other. I mean, when we talked about StarCraft 2, there were some heated moments, but other than that, we've always gotten along pretty well.
Alright, so I'd say you guys are probably some of the most marketable people in the game. And besides winning, what do you think plays into that? Specifically White Raw, but all of you, what makes you so marketable?
You have to have a personality, one way or the other. It has to be something people can connect to and like get behind and root for on an emotional level. Because honestly, a lot of people in the community don't really understand the game on any meaningful level, so it's hard for them to get too attached to it if they can't actually like support the player directly. So yeah, just having a personality is huge.
We love your cat enough.
Yeah. You say
I teach by example.
So would you say that the whole people loving you or loving to hate you is good for that?
Yeah.
we don't hate you, we love you.
I think sometimes players show emotion. Of course, when you prepare, you can spend many time for practice, and someone make a link with you and it's work. Of course, some players very mad and maybe not write GG or can say something bad. But after this, but after this, they very fast, relaxing and again very friendly. So it's just only about emotion, I think. I have big experience and I understand it's impossible to win any game, but just when you lose, you need to work harder and fix it your mistake. And of course, after game, it's a game where you can easy using any build orders. It's work more powerful when it's work in StarCraft 1. So it's too easy game and too strong builds in StarCraft 2. Of course, when profis spend many time and lose someone who not for it, yeah. very big rivals. Yeah. Of course, IdrA sometimes very mad.
Hi. I actually want to ask IdrA. I noticed that you say like Team EG, they have like practice partners, and I noticed when I watch your stream, you play a lot of ladder, and I wanted to know if you have any secret practice partners, or if you really view like ladder as your best way of training.
I have many friends, and sometimes I just write my friends, ask if they want practice, and most of the time they say, of course, no problem. And some players writing me about practice, if they have some important game and they need protos, we can practice them. But my favorite partner for practice, it's I think Dimaga and Strilok. Of course, sometimes I play with Moro and rest player from Soki, rest player from Germany and Sweden. But most players it's from Europe, because when you play in Europe, ladder or Europe Battle.net, better play with people who live in Europe, because it's not delay. We have a little bit delay between Europe and USA. For example, if you play NSL matches, you have a little bit delay, and it's not good for game, I think. And of course, we have, for example, some days ago Red Bull LAN bootcamp in Santa Monica, and I play a lot with Red, with Chef, and with Bomir. It's I think very great when we have some event like bootcamp for practice and player. Not only practice, we talking about strategy, about balance, about maps, and make feedback each other. So.
And also another one, Stephano. Like, what's your secret for going like 50-2 on ladder? Like, when you go on stream and you just literally just beat people over and over again. Are you practicing behind the scenes and then just go on ladder and just destroy kids, or do you use ladder as a main source of practice as well?
My only practice is later. I don't like to play custom games with guys, because we meet in every tournaments, and it's hard to train something when your opponent knows what you will do. I try to train with guys I will never meet, like Chef and Struck. I know he was in China, so I played with him, and Chef told me was, I don't know how I did met. About the ladder, no, I don't play before, I just play ladder and try my best. Like IdrA says, it's really easy to lose to some stupid earnings. They take the CDs and they win. It's really hard to make this kind of score, because you take a lot of shit in ladder, and yeah.
Yeah, but in the ladder, I think many people who play with you, they try using some crazy build or all-in build, and it's very good for practice. Because if you're preparing stop all-in, any all-in push, you get very good advantage in game.
What do you think about?
Hey, this is just a question for everybody. I was just curious, what's your favorite StarCraft 2 unit, and which one do you hate the most?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, my favorite units, it's IdrA, because it's very strong units and very beautiful. And I have two I don't like two units, yeah. It's first is Ghost and second it's Infestor.
Infestor's probably my favorite unit, because this is the players from the other races off, and it's nice for them to experience that once in a while. And I hate ghosts. They don't get used nearly enough, but fuck ghosts.
Go ahead, Stephano.
I had sentries on the side, I thought that. Mother shit too.
Yeah.
And I like names,
My favorite unit's Blinkstalker, and then I hate Ghost and Infestors too.
So it's fair to say you guys don't like the units that kind of remove micro options from the table?
Well, you see most of the answers on this panel. I think 3 out of 4 were Ghosts and Infestors, so...
I don't like when players abusing some units, and it's very hard to make some combo for stop is abusing.
Yeah.
You can do everything, but it's almost not work.
So I read in the pamphlet that HuK is Canadian and from the States. Who do you prefer out of the two?
I think I lived a better life in Canada.
Yeah!
Right? I know I'm saying this while I'm in the US, but it has a lot to do with my living situation in both countries, and in Canada I had a better living condition. I also agree more with Canadian politics and their view on the world. I don't know how to quite word this. I don't want to be like killed by the government or not. But,
I only ask because I'm...
Obviously, there's a lot of problems in the U.S. and Canada, but I think if I had to choose, I would choose Canada over the U.S. But I hold loyalty to both countries.
How much of that has to do with the Tim Hortons?
Nothing. I hate Tim Hortons. I was actually going to join the U.S. military before StarCraft 2, so it's not like I hate America or anything. So I was going to join Air Force or Marine Corps. I was going to be a grunt in the Marine Corps, or I was going to be...
It's really funny, he actually wanted to be a grunt. Like,
yeah, I did really good on the military aptitude test, but I was like, nah.
Marines are pretty good.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, HuK say about problem in the USA and Canada, but he never been in Ukraine. It's much more problem.
Or Africa.
Africa, it's... we need help sometimes, people who need it.
I think it's more about not the level of skill, but just generally how smart someone is. I can take advice from people who are diamond or platinum or even worse if I respect them and I think that they're intelligent and that they can view the game from an objective stance and give me good advice. But there's people that are pro gamers that I would never listen to just because they're just not intelligent or they see things too one-sided. So I think it depends on the person.
What about Destiny?
Destiny, I like Destiny a lot. I would listen to him if he gave me advice.
There's a couple of different parts to that question, because one thing you said is endurance, and interestingly, I think lower level players kind of overrate the importance of endurance. I've never really understood that. Like, people look at a long run through a tournament and say, wow, it's amazing he sat there and played 10, 15 games. And yeah, the stress of a tournament makes it harder to do, but really we play 56 games a day in practice pretty regularly, and it's not actually that taxing. I mean, it's not something that can be entirely ignored, but I think lower level players tend to overrate the impact of endurance. And as for the other stuff, yeah, it's entirely possible to understand the game reasonably well without playing it greatly, but there will always be some minor things that you just don't really appreciate because you don't experience them on that level.
So would you rate intelligence over just practice and think that some players will just have an edge because they think about the game differently?
You can't be good at the game just being intelligent. You can be good just by practicing, just like being dumb and working through something.
That's fair enough.
Like HuK did.
So you know in Brood War, like a lot of the fandom in South Korea is based off how sexy the pro gamers look. And I was wondering if you thought that I mean, you're all handsome people, but I was wondering if you thought there should be a greater initiative to make foreigner players more sexy to appeal to. This is a legitimate concern for me because like I had man crushes on Stork, Isu, and I'm sure you guys did too.
What about Nana? There's the Nana's body thread. Come on.
Yeah, Nana's body too.
That thread's disturbing. StarCraft 1 in Korea, like the fan base was, big percentage of it was fangirls, so that contributes to a lot, and obviously StarCraft 2 foreign fan base is largely male, so...
Unfortunately.
No, obviously it's important to like just be presentable in public and like present a good image, because your sponsors, they're paying to plaster their stuff all over your body. People don't want to look at you, that doesn't work out so well.
So are you secretly hoping for a HuK's body thread?
Not gonna happen. Maybe Greg. Greg's been going to the gym more than me.